warm welcome back. You are still watching Morning Live. Now, big news from yesterday. The sport of Formula One has found itself in the news after the shock news that seven-time championship winner Lewis Hamilton and the biggest name in the sport, Ferrari, will be joining forces in 2025. Hamilton activated a release option in the 2-year contract that he signed with Mercedes barely a year ago. To talk to us about this matter, we've roped in Formula One analyst Lufefe Mayekiso, as well as Sasha Martinengo, joining us via Zoom. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Sasha. Thank you so much for joining us.
Morning. Morning. I've had very little sleep.
Yes, we've all had very little sleep. Between Formula One and AFCON, no one's getting any sleep. Lufefe, let me start with you.
Yes.
Because you look at the two biggest names in the sport, Lewis Hamilton, Ferrari. This can only be but a marketing dream come true. But what do you think brought this around? Because we've heard Hamilton speaking a number of times of how he feels that Mercedes hasn't been listening to him in terms of what he needs the car to do, what needs to change in the car. Do you think this is the result of that, not being listened to?
Yes and no. I mean, it's Formula One's worst kept secret that Lewis has always had aspirations to drive for Ferrari, like most drivers. So I think it was always a matter of when. So I think now that the opportunity has presented itself in light of, like you say, the iffiness in the relationship that has sort of been developing low-key in the back end with Mercedes.
Indeed. Sasha, let me bring you into the discussion because we know that Ferrari haven't won a driver's title since 2007 with Kimi. And there's been a lot of conspiracy theories we've heard about. Is Lewis Hamilton going to be able to get his 8th? Do you possibly think that now with him joining Ferrari, of course, we know Michael Schumacher drove for Ferrari. Do you think this is going to be the lucky number 8 for Hamilton?
Listen, lucky number 8 could happen this year with Mercedes, so don't discount that. I mean, he's fully committed to his Mercedes contract, but I think it's just exceptional that Lewis will go to Ferrari. It just shows you the power of Ferrari and also the mystique and romance that everybody wants to go and drive Ferrari. So he might get 8 with Mercedes, he might get 9 or 10 with Ferrari, but I think it's fantastic news for him. I think it's fantastic news for Formula One and fantastic news for Ferrari.
Oh, we love it for the sport because we need this competition to come back, because I think if you look at probably the past year, it's been Ferrari, Lufefe, that has been able to almost compete with Red Bull. But let's speak to what happens to Carlos Sainz, because there's no given of whether or not he'll be joining Mercedes. What happens to a driver like him now moving forward?
Well, the early rumors after the announcement are that he may take that Audi seat, which it's called Stake F1 now, which was Sauber. Last year it was Alfa Romeo. All these teams seem to be changing names. So with the Audi team coming into Formula One the season after next, I think he can maybe secure one of those seats and help develop that team.
And we look at this move here, Sasha, for Lewis Hamilton, many people saying a lot like when he made the move from McLaren moving to Mercedes, where it was only in hindsight that people could see that this was actually a beneficial move. Is this how you're feeling about this one, or are you a little bit more optimistic?
I think one has to have some cautious optimism. I think Fred Vasseur coming to Ferrari has been really, really important for the team, a new sort of structure in the way that he runs the team. So technically, I think Ferrari are on an up, and Lewis more than likely has looked at that. He's seen some very key personnel from Mercedes leave that team. The Ferrari team seems to be on an up, but he will come there with a huge amount of experience, a huge amount of motivation. I think on the whole, if you look at what happened on the interwebs yesterday, on the whole, everyone is embracing this move. And I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. Quick one for you, Lufefe. What do you see those team dynamics looking like moving forward in 2025 between Charles as well as Lewis?
Well, funny enough, from the young drivers, in my opinion anyway, I feel as though Charles is the one super talent that has given Lewis all his flowers and the respect that he deserves. They have generally a mutually respectful relationship. So I believe that Charles he will see this as an opportunity to learn from the 7-time world champion, and Lewis will impart his experience, which is what he brings, as Sasha has alluded to the team. So for me, I would say this is the dream team.
The dream team at Ferrari come 2025. Quick one, Sasha, before I let you go. Tomorrow, Bafana Cape Verde, who's winning?
We've got it. I'm telling you, 2-0.
2-0 in favor of Bafana.
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
All right, Bafana. Looks like it's going to be goals galore. Thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Mayekiso, as well as Sasha Martinengo. We also, of course, asked you at home your message of support for Bafana and some of the tweets coming through this morning. This one is from Nazim Khudbom saying, good morning, ladies. Bafana has given us fantastic performance so far, and they continue with that. They will bring home the cup. Siyabasaba na. Ay, asibasabi. Siyabafuna. Good luck to the boys. Klale saying, good morning, beautiful team. They came a long way, and all they need to do is to pull up their socks and make things happen for South Africans. All the best and do us proud. All right, and of course that encounter will be live on SABC 1, the build-up starting at 9 p.m. That's how we wrap up your sport news in this hour.